Yo, what up, people? Really quick thing I gotta say, just really quickly. So this review is gonna be a little different than probably any other review I've done. This is a review where I had to get some stuff off my chest. I have to rant about some certain things that I just feel are not right. A lot of the time, not a lot of time, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to go too harsh or too nice because of how the studio might perceive the review or anything like that. But now I feel like I don't really care, more. Now I'm gonna speak from my heart. I'm gonna speak my piece. So that's what this review is gonna be. So hope you guys will enjoy the video. Yo, what up, people? Cobra Star Green, back with you got in the video there. Look, y'all first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video. Y'all know how it goes around here. Look, like I said in that intro, stuff is gonna be said. You know what I'm saying? For good and bad, it's gonna be said, and I gotta get stuff off my chest because I'm tired of seeing some certain things. So, first thing, let's just get right into the Ghostbusters. So last night at an early screening, I got to see the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the sequel pretty much to all the rest of the movies, but really a sequel to the last movie that came out, I think in 2021. If you guys know me, man, I actually, the first time I really got introduced to the Ghostbusters was through the Ghostbusters video game, because I'm a big video game person. So when I actually got to play the Ghostbusters video game, this to this day is still one of my favorite video games of all time. I absolutely love this game. I still own this game, and I still occasionally play it here and there. You know what I'm saying? I love this game. Like I said, is what actually got me into playing and watching Ghostbusters. Was actually this right here. This one got to the soundtrack, the lore, everything. And if you guys know me, I was not a fan of the last movie because the last movie I felt like was Jesus Christ, was too much nostalgia. And I know the fans love it, but it was like Overlord in the last movie. So that's why I really wasn't feeling it. But let's go ahead and let's talk about this new one. So this new one, I'm not gonna lie. When I see a specific thing pop up, I get scared, okay? I completely forgot the studio made this movie. I completely forgot they made the last movie. But once I see this certain logo pop up, I get nervous because Sony, to me, is one of the biggest, greediest companies out there. They are one of the most money-hungry companies. I'm sorry, Sony, but it's true. Y'all know it's true. Madam Web, come on now. Morbius, like, come on, man. Those are cash grabs. Or tries to be cash grabs. But I always feel like Sony doesn't really respect like the franchises or put their hearts into it. I could be completely wrong here. That's just how I feel whenever I see a Sony logo. I get scared. Now Spider-Verse, yeah. You got the Spider-Man video games, yeah, they got those down, right? But it's like a lot of other things. It's like I'm very skeptical on Sony, even though I have a PS5. But I'm very skeptical on Sony and their stuff. So whenever I see this movie, when I see this logo pop up before a movie, I get very worried, very worried because I guess I've seen a lot of Sony stuff, and I haven't been impressed. So when the movie started and that Sony logo popped up, I said, oh no. I said, before I even forgot about the last movie, but I was like, I know a bunch of nostalgia finna be in here. I know a bunch of Easter eggs finna be in here. Oh, I said they finna go crazy. And boy, wasn't I wrong. I was nowhere, man, look, if y'all thought the last movie was nostalgia crazy, Jesus Christ. This one takes it to a whole nother level. And we gonna break all of it down. I do not care anymore. I do not care about hiding anything back. Look, I will say this off rip. I'm gonna put it like this. If you are a diehard Ghostbusters fan, you've been there since the 80s or the 70s, whenever the first one came out, and you're still with them today, you already know what's popping. You already know what's going on. Yeah, I was in a theater full of people that were dressing up as Ghostbusters. They loved it. You know what I'm saying? They loved it because it's like, oh my God, Bill Murray, you have all your people back. Y'all love that. Y'all eat that nostalgia up. And Sony knows that they can get you like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you got somebody like me that really only saw the last movie and then played the Ghostbusters video game, and I love the Ghostbusters video game to death. I love it, right? Then it's like, all right, I'm gonna need a little bit more than just nostalgia because nostalgia isn't gonna get me. I need a good story. I need some good writing. I need some good characters. And this movie provides None of it. Let me break something down to you. And if y'all think I'm going too far, whatever, put in the comments. I honestly, I don't care. But let's talk about this. I'm gonna show you guys something really, really quickly. So I looked at this poster before I saw the movie, and I was like, ooh, that kind of worries me. So look at this Ghostbusters poster. Do y'all not see how many characters are on this poster? Do y'all not see that? There is a lot of people on that poster, and this movie is an hour and 45 minutes. I know it says an hour 55, but I saw my watch. It's pretty much about an hour and 45. You have one mid-credit scene, but it's mainly about an hour and 40 to 50 minutes, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's around that park, and you have that many characters you have to go through, or that many characters are in this movie. That is way too much. I have said it before. I know y'all love the OGs, but y'all gotta make up y'all goddamn mind what y'all wanna do. Do y'all wanna stick with these OGs, or do y'all wanna stick with the kids? Cause them doing both is not working at all. It makes characters have nothing to do. And 90% of these characters in the movie have nothing to do. Okay? Let's keep it 100% real. You know what I'm saying? I got my cast list right here. I forgot about it last time. You have freaking Bill Murray. Bill Murray, OG. Love Bill Murray. He don't got nothing to do to the end of the movie. And even at the end of the movie, he don't have nothing to do. You have Emily Allen Lyd. She plays like a ghost in this movie. She don't got nothing to do. She's like this ghost. I mean, honestly, she's getting a walking paycheck. She ain't gotta do too goddamn much. But they try to like give her an arc, but it's so uninteresting. I'm like, why is she even in the like? I get why y'all put her in the movie, but it's like she doesn't have a lot to do here. She could have been fine without the movie. She didn't even have to be in the movie, and that's what I can say for a lot of these characters. They didn't need to be in the movie. You got the OGs, man. Let's talk about it. Ernie Hudson. I love Ernie Hudson, man. Dan, I do not know how to say his last name, but you have all the OGs in here. And it's like they don't have much to do. It's just they're only here for nostalgia. They're only here for a cash grab for the fans. That's why they were in the goddamn trailers so much. So people from the 80s and whenever the first one came out, they could be like, oh my God, like just like y'all was in the last movie. Oh my God, it's Bill Murray. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Ernie Hudson. Oh my God. That is why they are here. They not here to progress the story or anything like that. They serve no purpose in these movies anymore. And I love these actors to death, but they don't serve. Sony don't know what to do with these characters anymore. Ernie Hudson, why he even here? Like Bill Murray has the least amount of everybody that doesn't he doesn't even do anything in this movie. He's up at the end for that moment, and then he gone. Like what? Like why? Sony, I know y'all want to make money, but damn, can y'all please put your hearts into it, please. Oh my, please. Gee, like it's this movie is so lazy. Like yo, like man, like I know, like I said, diehard fans they're gonna love it. I know that people will clap at the end of the movie, but I gotta take these movies for what they are, man. These movies are lazy, very very lazy writing, lazy characters. None of these characters even interesting. They have one interesting character, and they kind of mess her stuff up too. So you have one interesting character, Phobia, I think is it, I don't know. She's like Spengler's like daughter or something like that. She's played by McKenna Grace. I'm dyslexic, so I don't know. I think that's how you say her name. She is the only interesting character in this movie because they actually at least tried to give her something to do. Like, okay, she has this little arc going on. I'm like, okay. Like, when they set her character up, I'm not spoiling it, there's not spoiler review. But when they set her character up, I'm like, okay, this works. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, like, she has to, like, build her way back up. I like what they're doing with her character. And then as it goes along, I'm just like, now she's just this stupid? I'm like, what? I'm like, this is so out of character for her. Oh my! I like the one character I was rooting for. I'm like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's got those goddamn Stay Must. The only reason why them goddamn Marshmallow Men or whatever the Stay Puff is in the goddamn movie is to sell some goddamn toys, y'all. Because whenever they're on screen, they always cute. You know what I'm saying? That is to 100% sell these toys. Like I've never seen them. It's been a while since I've seen a movie where it was like all the characters just felt so flat. And it's like they don't even try with these characters. Trevor, played by Finn Wolfhard, he don't got much to do in this movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wow. I'm like, you have this huge ass. I'm like, you have this huge ass cast, and none of them have anything to do. I don't get it. I do not get it. For the life of me, I do not get it. What's next? I don't even know. It was. The one thing this movie relies on. Jokes. I might have cracked up one time. Honestly, I'm not even. I swear to y'all, I'm not lying. I cracked up way more in Kung Fu Panda. I swear, Kung Fu Panda 4. I swear, I might have got one laugh in this movie, y'all. I'm like, yee. I cracked up more in the video game. These jokes is flat too, but I know jokes are very selective. You know what I'm saying? So. That y'all ain't gotta worry about that part. Another thing, I forgot to even talk about him. I just saw him in the trailer. That goddamn villain in the movie, yo, Sony, y'all gotta work on how y'all write y'all villains, man. Cause this is borderline terrible. This is borderline embarrassing what y'all are doing. So they have this new villain called the Ice Master. What the hell his goddamn name is? He pretty much like he's come back to freeze people or whatever. I don't know. He's one of them villains that didn't get their way in the past, and now they coming back for their revenge. That's him, right? He don't show up till about an hour and 20 minutes into this movie. The movie, that's another thing. The movie does not really get going until the hour and 20 minutes in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is. Like for an hour and 20 minutes, you just stuck with these characters, and these characters aren't even that interesting so you don't want to be really stuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, the movie does not get going until about an hour and 20. I had my watch. I was like, okay, let me see when this villain pops up. Okay, villain popped up about an hour and 20 minutes, around that point. And you see him. I don't know his motivations at all, except for he wants to take over the world. That's it. That's just like the rest of these one-note ass villains. And with this villain, I didn't know what the hell he's even saying. Like the way they edited his voice, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, all right. Another character, and he's a really good actor too. I saw him in Eternal. You've seen him in a lot of things, Eternals, Killing Aji, I forget, y'all know what I'm talking about. He pretty much plays like the firebender in here. I don't know if that's even a spoiler or not, but yeah, this dude can like his grandmother was a protector of these artifacts and these things, and that's how he kind of gets circularized and put into this movie. I feel like the best jokes from the movie come from him, because whenever he does his jokes, it kind of feels, some of it to me kind of feels like it's improvised. You know what I'm saying? Improv a little bit. So I think his jokes hit a little bit better than everybody else's. But I definitely think he's probably like I don't think he's the best written character, but I think he's like probably the funniest character out the group. But even with him, it's kind of like he don't really have nothing to do till the end of the movie. But the movie kind of like circles around him because he was trying to sell something in the beginning of the movie. So you know what I'm saying? That's why he's still kind of that's why he circles around so much. Look, I'm not editing this at all. Oh, the thing I really wanted to say, really want to get off my chest is when it comes to Sony, it just feels like they don't really put their hearts into these movies at all. They just sit down at little border meetings and little meetings on the 110th floor, wherever it is, and they just be like, okay, how do we make money on this movie? How do we make the most amount of money possible? And somebody say, sir, nostalgia. They're like, yes, let's bring all the OGs back for real. let's have them the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they're not putting no amount of effort into these movies. I know y'all might be like, Cobra, damn, you ain't said nothing good. You know what? I'll say 2 good things about this goddamn movie. I'll tell y'all. I said that in the last movie. The effects are really good. Like especially when you look at proton blasters, the ghosts, they all look really good. And another thing, oh shoot, my fault. Another thing is that looks really good is, but it's always been good. So it's what's not made me hate the other movies, and that that is the soundtrack. Oh my god, I'm a sucker for the goddamn soundtrack. The soundtrack, the theme is like literally one of my favorite themes in like all the movies. You know what I'm saying? The Ghostbusters, yeah, like it gets me every time, and they play it so goddamn much, and it's just like I love it. I love it. So those are 2 things that I really could say like are really done well in this movie. But a lot of things to me just really fall flat or very just uninteresting. I wish I could tell you the plot, but if I tell you a plot, I'm gonna end up spoiling something by accident. I already know it because I wrote it down and I kind of wrote a spoiler, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't do it. But yeah, pretty. I mean, if we're being frank, it's pretty much just like, look, you have all our characters. They all get brought together. OGs and new people all get brought together because of this new little ball or this little. It's a ball, but it's like it contains somebody in there, and that's what's pretty much the whole. And the whole entire movie is stopping that certain someone. That is the movie. Okay, that is completely the movie. But yeah, this movie is lazy, man. And you could just tell these movies are just straight cash grabs at this point. Very much cash grabs. I see it. I know the diehard fans are gonna see it because they're just so used to it. But y'all deserve better, man. I know after the movie yesterday, everybody was like, yeah. And I'm sitting here like, I don't think that was no better than the last movie. Shoot. If somebody asked me, yo, which one's worse, the last movie or this one, I really don't know. The last one was the whole movie was kind of boring though. But this one was like, because even that third act is so boring. Like that third act is like I'm not spoiling, but it's like everybody going against this entity, this being, and they make that so uninteresting. I don't know what to do. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my goddamn rating out the way, and I'm gonna say something else that I gotta get on my chest. My rating is probably the lowest that I'm gonna give that I've given a movie in a while. Actually, it's gonna be a straight, and it's lucky to even get this. I think 4 out of 10. It is very, very lucky. I know, like I said, this movie ain't for me. I guess it ain't for me because the diehard fans. I was even talking to one after the movie. Loved it. And I just like I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't know. I like good writing in a movie. And there's none of that here. It is writing shortcuts in this movie. That is all this movie is. How do we get to the Easter eggs, the nostalgia moments? How do we get there? Okay, yeah, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? It's so cheap. It's so cheap, and it's like I don't know. I could be the only one that has this opinion. I don't really care because I'm tired. Because it's like I used to always be like, well, let me not go too harsh because I don't know how the movie studio is gonna feel about it. But it's like I don't care because y'all ain't gonna get no better. Because look, I can trash the movie all I want, but if that goddamn movie, like this movie, might mess around and make 300 million, 400 million, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they want more nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's whatever makes money nowadays. They don't. A lot of these studios do not put their hearts in these movies no more, man. It's dead. It's very dead. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, for me, it's just very sad to see. Because I want better for my movies. Honestly, I want better for you Ghostbusters fans. I know y'all ain't going to see it. Some of y'all ain't going to see it. But I really want better for y'all. Like, dead ass. Like, when I played the video game, I love the video game. It's something about that game where even till this day, I play it and I still have so much amount of fun playing it. But when I watch these movies, I'm like, these movies is just a money grab. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feel like the story doesn't even flow right. But whatever, I could be on my own. I don't care. It is what it is. I think I said all my piece. I don't got nothing else to say, man. Y'all first time finding my channel. hit subscribe button. Look, you could be completely on the opposite side of me, and I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I hope just like the same way you respect mine. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are opinions. I can't be the only one in the world that just kind of feels like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like I said, opinions are very subjective. You can't really hate somebody for the opinion they have. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. I hope you guys like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.